Hello guys, this is Kelvin here once again. Happy New Year once more time, and it's today is Tuesday, my time. Um, I'm now going. It's now like getting to 12 a.m. I mean 12 midnight. Um, and I just want to give a quick rundown, quick market overview, forecast analysis of some of the few forex pairs that I've been looking at for the early part of this year. So first, I'm going to go ahead and go straight to the DXY, which is the dollar index, and see how the DXY is doing. So I'm going to go straight away to the daily time frame on the DXY, and sorry. Yeah, sorry about the break. So the DXY, this is the daily time frame. Let me go straight to I think 3 months time frame. So from the 3 months standpoint, um let me just take this fib away from here. So we can see clearly that from the 3 months time frame, market is bullish, higher high, lower high, higher high, kind of double bottom, lower highs, and then higher highs. So this entire display here or structure here is telling us the DXY is bullish. But if you kind of look back to the bigger picture, especially with this chart that I have, I can see, I mean, this is not really important, and it might not influence the exact forecast I'm going to do right now because this is much, much more data from back years ago. But I think there's some kind of utility in looking at this data also, and especially the levels that it could teach us and how that can help us to map up the probably look at where price is going. So if you look at this entire history back, we can see that price from price came down to this area. From up here, we got price was bullish, then now it changed to become bearish, swept this low, which means we have intentional kind of a break that markets will want to go more bearish. Then we get a failure swing or we get a push to the upside into this area here. And from this area, we can see we had a swing that breaks structure or a swing that takes this previous low out. So with this lower low, lower high, lower low. With this structure, I can say that from this high here up to this area, the market was bearish. Okay, I can say the market was bearish. Then from, so I want to see this current bullish, this current bullish movement to the upside here. I want to see that as some kind of a pullback into this lower high here. So that's the way I'll be viewing it at this time until something else happen, okay, from the chart that I have right now. So looking at it from this perspective, I can say that the market is bullish, all right, but it looks like it is bullish moving up to retest this area of supply or this area of resistance here or this lower high. And we kind of can see that the market is trying to make another lower high, but we don't know if this lower high is going to hold yet or not. So if I want to take the my fib from this lower high to the lower low, swing high to swing low. If I measure it this way, I could see that we have price pulling back into deep premium, which is 78.6%, a little bit break into like 80%, something like that. Okay, so this area is very, very, very instrumental for smart or institutional traders to be placing entries or to be buying. At least from this area here, 78.6% or 80% or 81% area or zone deep premium like this, institutions will want to buy at least to equilibrium, sell the market back to equilibrium. Okay. But if this market is really bearish and it want to continue the bearish movement, then from this deep premium, the market will want to drop back to either make bottom up here or make a lower low. So this is what I will be thinking about. But for now, I will not be holding that idea that the market will be making a lower low. Okay, because the market could come down and then give a failure swing around this area. Okay, this area of support. Okay, this area, which is the support, because we could see that the main support was somewhere here, which was broken. So the market could get to this support and react and then fail to give us a lower low and then just keep pushing up. And then it might go up to break the lower highs and something like that. So until that happens or until this support is crashed again, I'm not going to be predicting or anticipating the market continuing this bearish structure. Okay, so but what is important right now is that we have the market price dipping into coming up into deep premium. And inside the deep premium, we are getting a reaction. So if we look around this area, we have this reaction right now. But we have to pay attention to when the market is in premium zone, and we have to pay attention to the structure that it is forming. So we can see that um, from here we have a higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, and then a higher high. So we get a lower high, but we fail to swing. And we are getting another lower low here. But if we check things closely and we're getting a little bit of pullback into this zone right now. But if we check things closely, we could see that the most important swing low or reference low or lower high that we got before we got this higher high point here is this area. Okay. So if this market is entirely going to change to a bearish market, we should see this external low or external reference low, this area, we should see this area crashed or become invalid. We should see price drop to break this area. Once this happen, then it means formally this whole market has changed to a bearish market. And in this case, we will only predict or look for or expect the market to pull back into somewhere here or retest somewhere here and then dip down more to go bearish. So this is what we would expect. This is what we would expect. Um, basic market structure should teach us this. So until this happens, the market is not entirely bearish yet, according to if we are using external point or external structures. It's not entirely bearish yet. But internally, we might be able to find some reasons to be seeing some kind of bearish structures that could give us an early entry even before we get the external break of structure. Why? Also because the market is playing around a premium zone. So in premium, we sell. We sell in premium and we buy at discount. So let me scale quickly back now from the 3-month time frame. Let me scale back to, let's say, okay, and we could see, okay, so even from 12-month time frame, straightforward from the 12-month time frame, we could see that yes, this area was kind of a supply zone. We could see a very large displacement of sellers, selling pressure from here, this area. What we have a selling candle engulfing, we have another selling candle, sellers candle, this whole 1 year candle, and the three 1 year candles. We got a retest, we got a little bit more sales to break the support. Then we got the buyers coming, boom, boom, boom. Okay, 3 years continuously, the market was bullish, a little bit of drop. Then we got boom, boom, another 3 years, 2 years of buys. But we can see that this candle gave us a rejection in this area. Okay, we saw the rejection, then the next year candle also moved up. We saw some kind of a rejection. Then the next year candle, which is I think 2024, we saw the buyers push the price up, but the price consistently failed to go above this level, okay, this level. And we see last year, which is 2025, the whole of 2025, we saw the market open, the year open, got a little bit of wake up and dropped down and crashed this year's open, okay, last year's open, crash 2024's open. Okay, so we see an engulfing candle. So what do we see here? We can see the market is giving us something of like a morning star formation. We see a higher high, lower high, and a higher high. Okay, higher high, lower high, higher high. So just like I said, if we get a lower low, then it means the structure is kind of changing. But right now, we cannot say it's changing yet. Okay, so what else can I say about this? We can also see that there is rejection, which means there are sellers very active here. We see rejection and we see engulfing. Rejection and engulfing. Okay. Rejection and engulfing. And even for a morning star formation, what do we need? We need a bullish candle moving up and we need a bearish candle to engulf. Okay, so we can also call this as probably a bearish engulfing or something like that. Okay, so we have that reaction happening around this premium zone here from the 12 months time frame. So this year we should expect the market to kind of retest a little bit or retest this area or this low that was the last year's candles low. We should expect the market to retest this area and then drop down. So my anticipation for this year is this year's candle should be able to retest, move up to retest this area and drop down to close, give a body close below here. Once we get that, we will be good and we will know that the dollar index might continue to be dropping down. But of course, this is just technicals that I'm trying to explain. There will be a lot of factors that will contribute to the dollar index or the dollar becoming weak, which is the economics and then the geopolitical news or events that will be happening around the US and in the world. But so quickly going back to the 6 month time frame, we could see that the market is giving us a clear morning star. We have a bullish candle, and we have a bearish candle engulfing that bullish candle, engulfing the last two bullish candles, one, two. So we first see rejection or a pin bar or hammer, something like that, and then we see the market, the bulls push the market up. We see an engulfing bearish candle that takes the price down. So, like I said, this is the area that I expect the market to kind of retest and then drop down. But we could see the last 6 months candle, which is part of last year's event, did pushed a little bit up but couldn't retest this support that has been broken. And I expect this year's candle to be able to push up and retest, we could also see some kind of imbalance here, which the market should probably try to take these highs out and then probably drop down. But whether the first 6 months of this year, whether this candle is going to do that job or not, I cannot tell. This candle might push up, retest, or take out the high of this last 6 month candle, tap into this area of imbalance or this area here once more time and drop. Okay, drop to close below, or it might just continue to push down and then just close here, and the next 6 month candle might open and push up to do the retest. I can't tell. Okay, I can't tell. So unless we see things happening. But that's why we are doing I'm trying to show things from the top-down perspective. So from 6 months, we move to 3 months time frame, and we could clearly see that from the 3 months time frame, the market has been in, we can see the DXY has been in this area. We have seen the DXY has been in this area. We can see this area here where we see this wicks. And we can also see exactly this low area here. So this entire area could be looking like a range. This area is like the market is ranging around this area. And for a ranging market like this, we have a resistance area, which means sellers are very active up here, pushing price down. And we have buyers here who are also trying to push the price up. So we need a break, a body close above one side, okay? A body close above one side before, and then we will know that, okay, there is a breakout here, and then we will know the market might want to push up. Or we need price to break below this area here. We need price to break below this area here. Then we can know that, okay, sellers might be in charge to drive the market back to this next level down here. So that's what we need to happen. So if you want to be trading from the longer term, you might want to see a break from this consolidation here. This consolidation. How many? We have 3 months. So the last 6 months or last 2 months candle, last 2 of the 3 months, we have seen, I think the market has been consolidating, ranging around this area. So we need a breakout. So that's one of the things. Then the other thing is also that if we go to the 1 month time frame, we could now see the range clearly. Okay, we could see the range clearly, but we need to check closely what exactly is happening inside of the range. What exactly is happening inside of the range? So we could see that the market broke this area of support here, which I already marked. And when we close below that support, we got this next 1 month candle retesting, closing as a doji, and we got the next candle pushing down more. Then we get a bullish candle pushing up, buyers pushing the market up. Then we can see sellers coming in again. Then we see the next month, we see a doji candle, which is indecision, but the market dropped down to make a wick. It crashed these buyers here, but which didn't get a body close. Okay, but already this first area of support has been broken. Okay, this area of support has been broken. And then this area of support that was formed here has also been retested. And then we see a body close below this support also. So we could see that all these um, energies that buyers are using, or buyers are this bottling up, down, that buyers are doing to be able to push the price up more. We can see that sellers are consistently crashing that. Okay, crashing that. So right now, what we need is we need price to stay below this area of support that has been crashed or broken in order for the sellers to continue to be in charge. We need price to stay below this support here. We need price to stay below this area of support. Also, we could see the buyers push the price up, but we see sellers push price down. So anything below this area seems like price is below the support area, the current support area, right? So we could see buyers push price up again. We see a doji or indecision, and we see the next month candle sellers push the price down a little bit, like at this area. So we are trading below the support a support zone right now. Even though the market is in a range, we are kind of trading below a support zone, which means that there is a higher chance for this market, or for this new monthly candle, which is the month of January 2026. There is a higher likelihood for this candle to reject and push down because we are trading below support right now. So it looks like sellers are in charge right now. So it's more likely for the sellers to continue being in charge and continue to push price down, breaking this next support area, or this area here, range here, so that we will clearly see that the market will want to continue going down. But like I said, I expect the market to, at some point within this year, either by the close of the year, getting to the last um, sessions, or maybe quarter of the year, I expect the market to come back up and do a proper retest of these zones, because we could see all this push from the top here to the down here. We need this area of imbalances here to be filled. Okay, so I expect that if we don't get it right away, right now, maybe if we don't get it right away before price goes down, then we might get it after price goes down. We might get it somewhere in the last two or last one quarter of the year. We might get price pushing back up again to do some retests up here. Okay, take more energy from the top here. So this is from the 1 month. If we move to the 1 week or weekly time frame, we kind of see things a little bit more clearly right now. So we could see that this area looks like, okay, the sellers are in charge right now, but looks like we have sellers pushing price down, okay, breaking a previous support, which is around this area. So we could see sellers engulfs, push the price down, breaking this support area here. Then we could see price came down, retested, stays below the support, and we see sellers push price more down. Then the market goes up, retests this support as resistance, and then it drops down. Then market goes up again, breaks that resistance, attempts to go up more, but drops. Attempts to go up more again, but we see engulfing, engulfing, engulfing. We break that support again. So the market made a new resistance from this point forward. Okay, above this internal support here, we got a resistance here. So buyers bottom up here to push price up, but quickly the market dropped down and crashed that bottoming of the buyers, which means that anything below this zone or this internal zone here should be for sellers. Okay, so I anything below here should be for sellers. So as it is right now, it looks like sellers are still in charge even within this consolidation. And this DXY is very important to study, because if we are able to get a direction of the DXY, that is going to tell us a lot about what GBP USD is going to do and what Euro USD is going to do. So understanding the DXY goes a long way, or would go a long way to help us take trades on Euro USD, even USDJPY, because USDJPY has a positive correlation with the DXY. If the DXY is dropping, USD pairs technically might be dropping. So USDJPY will be selling, and Euro USD will be moving up. GBP USD will also be moving up. At least these pairs that I've mentioned have a much more stronger correlations. From the daily time frame perspective, so I could see that if we look at the daily time frame, we could see that okay, so price has been moving up and price enters into um a, a support, sorry, a resistance, a support 10 broken and 10 resistance. So price pushes into that zone, price pushes into a support 10 resistance. Okay, then we see a drop. Then price pushes up, goes into that area again. We see a retest, which is this area of that support, and then using that support as resistance, then we see a push up. Then we see price drops down, breaking the support again, and doing a retest around this area, doing a retest around this area. What does this tell us? It means that all the buyers that are here look to be weak right now. And the main support broken 10 resistance is likely to be holding. Okay, one thing that I like to always also look at around these key levels or area of interest is that so the direction or is that it looks like the direction of the market looks bearish. Okay, from the 1 year time frame, looking at the rejections from past years and also the engulfing last year engulfing activity, we look like it looks like we the market looks bearish. Um, then we see a current support area that has been broken, and we see a retest, and price is struggling to go above that support, which means that sellers want to be in charge. So below support, sellers should be in charge. And one thing I like to look at around these key areas is to look at reversal patterns. So let's say price is trying to buy up, but at this key level, I expect that if price stays below this area, sellers should be in charge. So what should I look for? I'll look for any bearish reversal patterns because price is kind of internally bullish right now. But let's see. So price is on this 1 hour, we can see we have a higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, failure swing or double top or another higher high, and then we see, oh yeah, another higher high or maybe equal highs. Yeah, we see a crash, and then we see a retest. Okay, a lower high form. Then we see a lower low, lower high, a lower low, and we see relative equal lower high. Okay, we can see price give us a relative equal lower high. If we don't go if we don't go above this current area right now and the market gives us any morning star or any engulfing bearish candle around here, I believe it's likely that the market is going to drop. Okay, market is going to drop very big time. So this is it. We see that the trend, the bullish trend, even within this ranging or consolidation has changed. Okay, so in this situation, I also want to look for other confluences. For example, I want to look for a head and a shoulder. So I can see there is a high, there is a lower high. Then we can see there is a double top. We can see there is a neckline, which is a support zone area in this area. We see price push up, breaks that support or neckline trend line. Then we see price gives us this low. Then we can see a right shoulder formed here, which is which is the rate test. So we see a right shoulder form rate test, break of structure again, rate another push up, break of structure. So we need price to be able not to break above this. Even if we break above this area, we need to see what price will do when it gets to this zone. If price moves up again from even this area, what will price do around this zone when it retests the right shoulder another time? What is it going to do? So you can see I place some internal trend lines around this area, and I could see that the first trend line I have here looks like the market is currently respecting it. Okay, and if it stays this way, I believe the market is going to keep drop. And if you look at this second area of trend line, and I map the trend line from the top here, so we could see we had a high here, and this high I put a trend line here, and then draw it to this area and see how price is going to respect. Trend lines are very important, like they serve as diagonal resistances and supports. So we can see price breaks that trend line, sat on these trend lines here, and then pushed up, broke the trend lines, stays below them, and then it's dropping. So as long as price is below this first trend line and also this second trend line, we should be able to see the market dumping down or dropping. So putting all together, this kind of confluences and these anticipations with this technical that I'm seeing on this pair, I believe that the market is more likely to drop down, okay, and then give us that hit of this external reference low area here that we are looking for price to get to this year. Price might want to drop down to get us into this area or this zone, and then maybe somewhere getting to the end of the year, we might see price pushing all the way back up for a proper retest at the top here. So let's see how it's gonna go. So this is the daily time frame. Let's go straight away to the um let's go straight away to the yeah, so on the daily time frame, you could see this area, the most current area here. We see from here there is a bearish displacement. One seller bearish daily candle, second, then we see price. So indication or intention being revealed to go more bearish, we see the market is pulling up. So we see the market pulls up, get into this same zone, hit these sellers that are here. So I can push sellers here. Sellers push the market from here down. Market comes back up, hit the sellers, broke through them, but still the sellers pushed it down. Then we can see the buyers also pick up from this area here. They push the market up, back up. We could see the next or today's candle has opened, and today's candle makes a way down, and it's pushed up a little bit, and currently it's I see the candle looks bearish. Today's candle looks bearish. So if we take this rejection here, it's a sign that sellers are very, very active around this level. So whether the buyers will be able to push the market to go above them, I cannot tell that right now. Okay, we need to go on the lower time frames to be able to see. But I need today's candle to be able to close by engulfing at least up to the body of yesterday's candle. Okay, if that happens up to the opening of yesterday's candle, if that is to happen, then I'll be very, very, very convinced that this market is more likely going to drop than to continue to push up. And so the other thing also here is that right now we look bearish, but if we are able to get a bullish, let's say today's candle does not close bearish, it does not engulf this area. If it's able to hold up and get a body close above this sellers here, I have put this text here, which is buys. It means that buyers want to be in charge anything from this point above. So what I'll wait for market to kind of retest this same zone or this same area for energy, more power and energy, and then look to buy or look to see price going up at least to the next zone, which is somewhere this area. But that is not happening yet. So I cannot be focusing on that until that happens. So we are looking at the market based on the reactions that is happening. Okay, we are trading based on what the market is giving us, what we are seeing, the reaction from buyers and sellers. That is what we are using to analyze or to trade. So let me go back to the 4 hour time frame real quick and see what is happening. So on the 4 hour time frame, we could see that this rejection from the daily time frame and a drop, we could see that it left some kind of an imbalance around here. or this area of supply, the push down was very, very big. So we see the market has pulled back up into this same area, and it looks like right now we see some kind of rejection here. We see the bullish momentum is reducing, but we need this current 4 hour candle to also close bearish. Okay, if that happens, that is going to look really good. And like I said, this is the area that I put the zone that I marked from the daily time frame where I need price to close. If price is to close below this area, then I know that sellers are really going to be in charge. But so on the 4 hour, this is that area. This is the way it looks on the 4 hour. Let me go to 1 hour. So from the 1 hour time frame, we could see that from 1 hour. So inside this area also, there are things that I might want to look for. So let's say um, I'm seeing rejection and I'm anticipating that, okay, the seller should be in charge. I want to look for, because price has been buying. So I want to look for head and a shoulder pattern. So I can see a left shoulder formed around this area. I can see a drop, um, I can see a head formed around the top here, this area, and I can see price drop down, hit this area, okay, crash this area, pushed up, crashed again, um, creating this area of support here. So I can see a small right shoulder formed, a crash. I can see price push up more further to create um, an extended or a deeper right shoulder. So I will see this area as a right shoulder for now. So with that, I can see there is a left shoulder, a head, and then a right shoulder. What I really need to be able to be sure of this sell is I need price to stay below the neckline or trend line of the head and the shoulder pattern I've just drawn. Okay. And currently we can see that price is reacting on the trend line. We need price to be below that. And also another thing that I would want to look at is this left shoulder here is it looks like it's a kind of resistance. So we need the price to stay below that area of resistance in order to see it drop. And that kind of aligns closely with this exact area where I put this zone that I put from the daily time frame here, where I need price to be below. So if you look at this 4 hour time frame, you could see that there here buyers came into the market. Okay, let me know how if I can type this thing here, but we can see that buyers were in the market here. We could see a support formed here and a push or a break of structure. Support formed and a break of structure here. Okay, and if you look at the left side, this area here, we could see sellers were here actively pushing the market down. Okay, so we see the market was pushed down and it went above this sellers here. We see a drop. The market was pushed down. We got a hit around the same area where the sellers were. Then we got a reaction, then we get a support formed and buyers pushed the market up. They retested that same area of sellers or support resistance here, and we saw a push to the upside more again. Then we see another drop coming to the same zone here. Okay, so that's why I said we need the market to stay below this current zone, break this area, stay below here, stay below this trend line, stay below this area, okay, in order for us to see the market keep dropping, okay. But more importantly, this current support that the market formed that pushed the price up, we need to see this current support broken. These buyers sitting here, we will need the market to drop down. I don't know if it's going to drop, I cannot tell, but the market needs to drop down, crash these buyers, okay, crash them. Once we see that happen, then we might look for some retest of the same area here and more drops. So this the way that I see the market um, behaving, or the way these are the reactions I want to see in order to see this pair falling. Okay, so for now, it still doesn't look like the DXY is going to be dropping based on the 4 hour time frame, which is, I mean, and it looks like London session is preparing to kick in. But yeah, but we still don't have any more. I mean, we don't have much information right now as to how things are going to happen right now. We have to wait for lending session and New York session to come, and then we will see the actual direction, whether it's going to push up or it's going to drop and stay below this area, crash this bias, and then we can get a bearish confirmation from 30 minutes. So from 1 hour you come to 30 minutes. From 30 minutes, it looks like this area is still being respected. Looks like this area is really forming like a very clean support. Okay, so we need support is here. So it means currently we have buyers very active around this area. Buyers are very, very, very active around this area. So until these buyers become week, we cannot. This market will not be selling from the 30-minute time frame, okay? Even in 1 hour time frame. So we need that to happen. Else we will not have the sales. We will not see the sales. So this is it. If the market stays like this, then it's likely it should rather be pushing up. So my anticipation or my setup will be I'm going to be buying above this trend line and this area of support. I'm going to be buying here up, or maybe if it stays more above this area too, then boom, to the top here. Or if the market turns and gives a bearish close below here, stays below here, then I'm going to be selling. And if I'm selling, my first TP should be this area of bias also here. And if this one crashes, this area crashes, then I'm looking for the market to keep dropping to the downside. And we can have free traffic around below this area for the market to dump more. Okay, so this is what I'll be looking at, but I'm more geared towards a bearish market than a bullish market. So let's see how things are going to be on the DXY. So this same analysis, I'm going to flip it on Euro USD. So right now, if the Euro USD, where is Euro USD? Where is Euro? Good. Euro USD is here. So you see, as the DXY is giving us a 30-minute push up, we can see that the Euro USD is also giving us a 30 minutes push to the downside. Okay, so we need, which means that on the 30 minutes on Euro USD here, internally here, we can see that sellers are here. The same way buyers are on, sellers are here active, and we can see that it looks like buyers are also around this area. It looks like buyers are also around this area. So let's see how it's going to be. Are these buyers, sellers are very active here. We see first area, boom, they bring price down. A tap, they bring it down. Another tap, they bring price down. So, and we can see that this area, small area of support that was formed here, it looked like price is trying to crash it. Okay, we're trying to crash those buyers. But let's see how price will react to the main support area here or buyers here. Is it going to crash and crash the buyers? If that happens and price crash them, it means that there is a higher possibility for the market to drop down a little bit more. Okay, but for now, we know that the sellers around here are very active and they are pushing the price down. How far it will go, I can't tell yet, right? But I know that anything below this area should be sells, okay? At least up to this area down here. But I'm not trading this range right now. So I want to see a break below this area and some kind of a retest, then I will know that, okay, price want to be dropping, which means that on DXY is the same thing, a break above somewhere this area, okay, these sellers here, a break above them, and then a retest, and then I'll see prices pushing up. But if I wanted to take an entry or scalp, maybe take an early trade, I should be entering a buy here once I'm seeing an engulfing 30 minutes bullish candle. But that's not what I'm doing right now. I want to wait a little bit and see what will happen. So, but if we look back up here, we can see that the Euro USD has this area here where we saw price push above, came down, and then buyers pushed the price up. So this same zone, it looks like buyers are here. This same zone, when the market came back down, the buyers were crashed. Then we saw buyers push the price up, stayed on that same level, they pushed price down again. Then buyers now came in, pushed the price to go above. We saw the rate test. Um, so this is like market pushed up above this zone. We saw the rate test and we see price come back to the same zone where buyers were previously and push price up. Comes back to the same zone and we see a reaction. So buyers are reacting here. Okay, we see there is a struggle here right now, but buyers are reacting. Okay, so if price stays above this area or this zone, okay, the market is going to buy. Okay, that's simple. Just like from here, the market bought to the upside. If the market stays below, sorry, stays above um, this area here, the market is going to buy to the upside. The market is going to buy. But if the market is able to go below this area, then it should be dropping. Okay, it should be dropping from this area down. Okay, if this zone is crashed once more time. Why? Because below this zone, sellers were able to push price down much more. And when we saw the push up, the rate test, we saw they were still able to push price down more to this area, below this zone, all were below this zone, which means once price drops more and crashes this zone, sellers might be able to push the price more down. Okay, unless we see any kind of rejection or unless any something happens. But even if price comes below and it still goes up and stays above this zone, then we can see the buy. So these are the possibilities that I can think of right now. But from the way I'm looking at the market, it looks like, so let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen. Okay, let's see what will happen. Is there going to be much selling pressure to crash this area of buyers? I don't know, but let's keep watching. And we'll be monitoring the DXY also. We see the new 30 minutes candle is open, also crashing this area of resistance right now. So let's see how it's going to be. Let's see how it's going to be. So let me do a quick check-in on yeah, so this is USDJPY. As you know, USDJPY. So USDJPY from the let's say 1 month USDJPY from 1 month time frame, we can see that the monthly we see some rejection, and we see this current candle pushed up and it's trying to drop. But we can see prices reacting at this area this area here, we saw this large selling activity taking place. 1, 2, 3. We see a retest, then we see 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, then we see a push up and kind of a retest in this same area. My initial guess or anticipation was I was looking at price crashing this area much more, a little bit up into this zone, but and then maybe dropping a little bit for some retest into this imbalance here, this area before going up again if it wants to. But well, I don't know how it's going to be. Um, Currently, we don't have much indication that this market is going to drop because we have green candle, green candle, green candle, just that the last bullish candle looked small, but it doesn't mean that because it looks small, bear, I mean, the buying power is has come down. It shows that way, but it doesn't mean that it has come down. We need this month's candle to close bearish in order to be sure that there's going to be a drop from this level. Okay, so we don't have the confirmation yet from the monthly time frame. If we look at 3 months time frame, we saw this bullish push, 1, 2 candles. We see a bearish candle, bullish push. We see a push up again. There is a higher likelihood that this um, 3 months candle might close bearish. Okay, might push back down again to retest this area and maybe reject again or something. But there is also at least today's 3 month candle is likely to drop a little bit down a little bit to retest before maybe rejecting to keep going up. Okay, because as we can see on this 3 month time frame, it looks like price is consolidating around this area, but it doesn't seem more of like a clear break of structure happening around this area, a bearish break of structure. So it looks like price is still kind of bullish. It's at an early stage. Okay. And also it looks like price is reacting in the left side here. We see sellers are active here. They push price down from here and price come back there again. And we see a reaction to the downside, up again, a reaction down, and it's kind of up there again. So there's a higher possibility there's still going to be a reaction to the downside, but whether it's going to be a very big reaction down, I can't tell. But what I know is there's a higher chance that we might get some pullback before maybe more buys or something like that. If we look at the 12 months time frame, we can see that the whole of last year's activity has been this one candle. Okay, so before then, the market has been bullish, higher high, lower high. We see a higher high. So we need some kind of a lower high before we get another higher high if we are going to continue going bullish. But we see the market last year's candle push all the way down, and we got a retest of the previous year's open, and everything rejected up. So now we are having like a doji. Okay, last year's candle closed as a doji, which is indecision. So at this a doji like this, price might want to either refill, like crash down like this to fill the wick. Okay, do a wick fill, or just push down a little bit to retest somewhere here, and then there's this indecision candle, and then just push up and continue pumping up. Okay, so indecision candle, it's either price might want to continue the bullish market, or just decide to do a wick fill, push up again, and maybe fill everything to the brim. And that means that we might be getting some kind of a pullback or reversal around this area from the 1 year time frame. Okay, so this is the way I'm seeing it. If we look at the 6 months time frame, we can see that there is a morning star, a bullish candle, doji, and then another bullish candle, morning star. The morning star did not engulf the last bullish candle, It did not engulf that, which means that there is a higher chance for the market to make a crash or a push to the upside here, crash this area, and maybe get a rejection or something like that before also dropping down. Because it looks like a morning star is trying to form, but everything is not ready yet. Okay, so it's either the market might make a wake up and then engulf this current bullish candle, okay, into this area, close below here, and then we can get a clear break of structure out of this area, a bearish break of structure for the market to keep dropping. So because I'm saying this because if we are looking at the DXY dropping or selling, if in the long term, okay, in the next 3 months, 6 months, then USDJPY is also going to be dropping because they are positively correlated. Okay, so I mostly won't be monitoring this space closely to see, because sometimes what is happening on one might help to understand what is happening on the other. Okay, and that is what we are looking at. So this is what I have. Just giving these overviews, and it's also okay for my own learning. But it looks like, so if I come straight to the daily time frame, on USDJPY, I could see, so price is reacting around this area of resistance here. But yeah, but it's reacting around there. Yeah, and we could see we have a higher high, lower high. Okay, then we could see price pushes up. Then we see price try dropping, and we are seeing some kind of a failure swing here. Okay, we're seeing some kind of a failure swing here, and we see this candle crash. It pushes up, all of it rejecting and closing below. Then yesterday's candle pushed up, retested this area, and it is still trying to drop. So what we need is to see yesterday's open candle. We should see today's candle engulfing yesterday's candle. Once we see that, this is going to be good. Okay, this is going to be good. And then we can see half price dropping more, at least to this area. 4-hour time frame. So from the 4-hour time frame, we can see so it looks like we have a clean head and a shoulder on 4-hour. So I can see a high, lower high, and then a higher high. I can see a neckline hit and break here, and I can see price has pushed up and making a right shoulder here. Okay, so I mean right shoulder is being formed here. Okay, so and this area looks like it was a support, was broken with this big 4-hour candle. So you can see this big 4-hour candle. Okay, that is what broke the support. So that candle should be acting as the protection for the sellers. We don't need price to close above this 4-hour candle. We see indication crash of the sellers. So we're looking for a retest of it. When we get the retest, rejections, a push up again to that place, we are now seeing kind of a morning star or a retest again. So then we see an engulfing bearish candle, 4-hour candle that closes. Price is trying to retrace back up or retest with a new 4-hour candle that is open. Okay, so we don't need this 4-hour candle to go above this support that was crashed, or better still, where I've put this stop loss, this area, the open of this 4-hour candle that gave the indication. We don't need price to go above there. So I'm looking to sell, but above, when price pushes up and closes above this area, I will not be selling again. But I think I'm trading this pair. I've been in a sell from the entry here, and I'm still in profit. So I'm going to be monitoring closely to see, because I need price to crash or close below yesterday's open, which is where I've put this line right now. If we get that close below there, I know there is free traffic to get 1:2 or 1:3. As it is right now, I have like 1:1. But I need like 1:3, maybe 1:4, maybe more. But for now, 1:2, 1:2.5 is quite okay. 1:3 is quite okay for me. So this is the 4 hour time frame. Trying to sell. And sometimes you might be able to catch the move from the lower time frames even before the higher time frame gives a better or a proper confirmation of the move. So I think that's why I'm looking at USDJPY in addition to DXY, because I need DXY. If the DXY is bearish, USDJPY is going to be bearish. Okay, so that's why I'm looking at all of them. So we can see from 1 hour time frame. So we see so the head and the shoulder is very clean now. We see a higher this area. We see a head. We see the neckline crashed, and we see a retest for a small right shoulder here, break of structure, retest of the neck, drop down retest here again. So this area looks like is the resistance area, okay, or the support area. This is that area, this area. Okay, this area looks like is the support that was broken and retested. So price shouldn't go above here. If it goes above here, the sell will take so the sell might not work, or it will take a while before it will get back to selling. But so we can see that price is struggling to go above this area, which means sellers are very active at this level. Okay, so below this area, we want to be seeing sells. And in the past, exactly around below this area, we can see price pushed up, hit this zone here, came down, hit the zone again. As price stays below this zone, we see a fall up to this yellow area here. The same way, if price stays below this area and doesn't come up to stay above here, we're going to see a fall up to at least the same area, or maybe something closer to that. Okay, so everything looks like it's aligning. Right now, a new 4 hour candle open, and we're having a pullback. So let's see how that is going to marinate, or that's going to perform. But on 30 minutes time frame, let's see what is happening. We see like this, like a new clean support, clean 30-minute support. So let's see if it's going to work. But it looks like there is a bearish. So this area was like a resistance that was broken. Price came back to it. It couldn't hold. It was a sell bearish candle here. And then a close below this area. Then we see a push up to that same area. So let's see what price is going to do at this inside of this level here, internal level here. Let's see what price is going to do here. Is it going to move back up into the entry, or what is it going to do? Let's see. Let's see. I can see buyers were very strong at this level. Also, but yeah, let's see. This looks like it is an order block that was defiled. Price came back. We see a break again. Maybe price might want to use this area to drop. So let's see what is going to happen on the 30 minutes. So I want to go back to the DXY and see, okay, well, so the DXY is breaking up real big. DXY is breaking up real big. Yeah, it's breaking the those sellers, which means Euro USD should be breaking down also. Oh my God. So Euro USD is doing that job. Crazy, 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 crazy. So let's see if there is any way that is going to, yeah, let's see. I think there is some kind of energy right now. The energy is very, 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 very strong. Wow, the energy is strong. Wow. So let's see. So the buyers at this level have been crashed. Let's see. There was a buying reaction also from here. There was a buying reaction from here. So let's see how that is also going to play. Let's see if price drops here, buyers are going to step in again. Yeah, because until even this low area here is taken out, we need a proper break. Okay, we need a break of this area and we need a break of this area, both in order to be sure that this pair is really in the business of going down, okay, dropping. We need that to happen, okay? So I'll keep watching, I'll keep looking at the DXY also. I'll keep looking at the DXY, yeah, to see. Yeah, because like I said, I want to be buying from up here. I need a break. So it's similar to the Euro USD. We need this area to break. We want to see if buyers will be active at this area and also at the top here. We want to see how these 2 points will react. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. And then there is the second trend line also here. There is a counter trend line here. So let's see how price is going to react to that counter trend line when it gets up here. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like, yeah, everything is playing well. This is GBP USD. GBP USD is also staying below this area of, this area of resistance here, this area of resistance here, and staying below this area of resistance here. Market broke, retested, broke down, came up, it's not able to go above this area, and it's also kind of dropping. So we see a break right now. The sky is the limit. Okay, so GBP USD let me measure this range because this is a valid range. We got like 50% retracement to 38. So from 38, if we are really breaking down 38, we're coming to 78 or 61. We're coming to somewhere here. From 38, we're coming to somewhere here. 61, 78, somewhere here. Wow. So let's see if this is not going to be just a fake push or it's going to drop. Because this push, the upside was very, very instrumental. So the market cannot just correct everything like that and change the direction just like that, though it can do it anyhow. So we can, on the daily time frame, we see price was coming down, rejections into this imbalance, a bullish push up. We see a clearing of liquidity above this high, dropping price rate, daily candle closing, price retesting. And currently, it looks like this daily candle retesting and it's pointing down. It could come down and reject and go up and keep pushing up. Or it could just drop down get a body close below this area, the open of the last bullish candle, get a body close below here, and that's it. And it means that Euro USD is bearish, GBP USD is going to be bearish, at least for some time. So let's see until we get a body close below here. I cannot say on the daily time frame that this GBP USD is bearish, okay? Because there is still a space here for it to trade into deep discount here and still go up. Okay, so I'll be a little bit patient, but everything still depends on the dollar index. If the dollar index stops around somewhere here, all Euro USD and GBP USD, all of them are going to reject and move up again. Yeah. So this is just the updates that I have. This is the updates that I have for today. So I can see from 15 minutes, let me see from 15 minutes or 5 minutes. Yeah, it seems like there is a rejection. Seems there is a rejection from 15 minutes on Euro USD. Let me see 5 minutes. Yeah, it looks like there is a rejection happening. Is it going to hold or not? I don't know. But yeah, so we see the buyers were crashed. They reacted up and then they were crashed again. So is it going to push up to go above that area for the buyers to step in again? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so this is a 5 minute rejection. Is it going to push up? Because it looks like as we speak right now, sellers are very strong here. They pushed the price down from here. Buyers reacted. When we got a close below the sellers, the buyers, they reacted again up. And we see sellers push the price down again. And there's now a rejection from the down here. So what is going to save these buyers is if they come in strong again and push the price up and it goes above this area, this last bearish 5 minute candle. If the market pushes above them here again, then we're going to be good. Then it's going to be good. Then it's going to be good. So let's see how that is going to play out. On USDJPY is still looking bullish. Looks like it's trying to play above that area that I marked, but I can see this area is the fair value gap. Let's see if price is going to go above this area. Let's see if price is going to go above this area. 1, 2, 3, 30 minutes candles playing. That's not a joke. This is a real rejection or reversal trying to happen. But 4 hour time frame, how is it looking? This is like what happened on gold. I mean, this 4 hour candle did not close below the last 4 hour candle. It hasn't closed yet. Though we're still trading below this big 4 hour candle, but this current bullish 4 hour candle, this one has not closed below it yet. So we cannot still be safe for the sales. Yeah, and that's it. Until we get a rejection and price staying below, we will not be too safe for the trade yet. But let's see. Yeah, let's see. It could still push up and then just close above this area, hit the stop loss, and then continue going up. And if it does that quickly, it's just simple. It's just simple. So, I mean, that's why it's important to have the understanding. Above this area, I think I should be buying. Okay, buying and stop loss is just below somewhere here. Okay, above this 4 hour open here or this zone here, I will be buying. I'll be buying the market up. I will anticipate this head will be crashed totally. So I'll be targeting these highs here, somewhere this blue line. Okay, so that's it. So let's see what is going to happen. Let's see what is going to happen. I'm more interested in the DXY and the Euro USD because they determine everything. Okay, so the DXY is also trying to reject, crash the buy as the sellers here, and is trying to reject. Now, let me see what is happening on the 1 minute time frame on the DXY. Okay, so we crash these buyers and we crash, came down, crash them again, drop down again to the exact highs. So is the price going to stay above here to keep buying? We don't know. But if it drops back down and stays below here, sellers might control price and push it down. And if it stays above this area here, then it's going to continue to push up. Okay, so this is the way I see the market. See the market as both buyers and sellers reacting to two levels of price. So let's see. I'll keep monitoring on the 30 minutes. I don't like using the 1 minute. Keep monitoring on the 30 minutes. But there was a very, I think there is, yeah, I think there is a body close above the sellers. So this should be very important. Then Euro USD also, is there a body close? Is there a body close above the sellers? I think, yeah, not yet. Let me see the 30 minute, a new 30 minutes candle open. Okay, so there is a bearish body close and a new 30 minutes candle just open, but there's some kind of rejection here. So let's see how far this new 30 minutes candle will go. Let's see, at least it should be able to do some kind of retest here before dropping, but let's see how far it will go. Let me see Euro USD on the daily time frame. Okay, so Euro USD on the daily time frame was trying to fill this wick. Then we see price retesting this area, making this resistance here, and it's dropping right now. So and it looks like price broke this support. Price broke, hit this support, moved up, open, pushed up, has totally crashed this support, and it looks like retested here a little bit, and it's trying to push down, all in the name of filling this wick, like filling this wick. So is it going to be able to fill this whole wick and drop into this zone here? I don't know, because there's this other block also here that might be an important area that price might want to consider. So this is an imbalance area, price hit, reject, drop, drop. Okay, so there is this area. Yeah, so I think from this area, if prices should be selling to this next level down here, that's going to be a decent trade to be in. So let's see what will happen at lending session. Let's see what will happen at lending session on the 4 hour. 4 hour, we see prices and govern. I mean, this is very clear engulfing activity happening right now. So I don't need to just joke with it. It's a clear engulfing activity happening right now. Okay, so everything shows clearly. Sellers are in charge, the buyers have been crushed, and that's the reaction right now. So what do? We join the buyers have been crushed, sellers are in charge. Now, what do? Let's join the sellers to push the price down. Okay, let's join the sellers to push the price down. So let's see what will happen here and what will happen here. But the yellow area here is a good place to expect price to come to. This area is a good place to expect price to come to. Good. So let's see. Let's see. So if I'm selling below, because there's a clear 1 hour bearish engulfing close below the buyers. Okay, so this is where the buyers were. It's a clear close. Clear close. Um, so from this zone, selling from this zone, stop loss should just be a little bit half here. Price might still want to push up to retest. But looking at price coming into this area under 1 hour. Yeah, so let's see. I'm not going to take any trade on EU right now. I'll still wait and see what the lending session will bring at the open. It's left with about 30 minutes. So let me put the session indicator on right now. Okay, so yeah, so Asia session, lending session is still yet to kick in. London is the yellow. So Asia session finished, moved up, drop, retested, 1, 2, 3, crashing down. Okay. Yeah, so London session might do some pullback before dropping, going further down. So let's see how that is going to play. Yeah, let's see how that might play out. London session will open in, I think, 30 minutes time. So let's see how that plays out. Yeah, so we are reacting into this first zone here. I think we got a hit. Let me go to the 1 minute. Yeah. So sellers are here currently. Until we break above these sellers, it can never buy. Okay, and we are getting lower low, and a new lower low. So um yeah, I would like to see lending session kick in and see what the direction is going to be before. But I believe that it should sell. I believe that we are breaking this low, so we should sell. I believe there should be sales. Okay. The dollar index is crazily pushing up. I believe that it should sell. I believe there should be sales. But let's see how things will go at lending session. Mm, the USD, USDJPY, yeah, yeah, the pullback is still on. Is it going to crash this area and then just continue to push up? We don't know. So let's see. Okay. And USD, GBP USD should also be bearish because everyone is bearish. USDJPY should also be bearish. It's just simple like that. And this is going to be funny because if it's dropping, then it's going to really drop. It's going to drop real hard. I think it's going to really, really, really drop. This is going to be very, 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 very serious. Okay, it's going to be dropping real hard. It's serious. Wow. Okay, going to be dropping really hard. Let's see from daily, weekly. So it went above, came here, hit here, hit here, and go up. We've been bullish for a lot of days. Higher, high, lower, high, higher, lower, high, higher, lower, high, higher, lower, high. If we break this, that's going to be like that head and a shoulder thing, retest, and a fall. Mm, Maybe price might want to dip down to retest this area. I want to dip down to retest this area before going up. Wow. Let's see the 1 month. Okay, so 1 month we are bullish, 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 bearish candle, indecision, price drops down a little bit, push up, crash the highs. So it has two things. We've taken liquidity above this area, so it could drop and become a bearish candle and then push down and close below this area on the 1 month time frame, close below here or stay below here, and then we're going to have a deep fall into this area for a retest. That's one possibility. The other thing is it might also want to drop down to take this low out and just reject back up. as we know, today is 7th. We're just 7 days into this month, so there's still a lot of activities for this candle to give. 3 months time frame, see bullish, closing above these sellers here, but we saw a previous bearish candle. We see a rejection and then a bearish candle closing also below here. So what does this mean? Rejection closing below here, telling us that price want to sell more below here. Then we see rejection from this imbalance around here. Price price pushes up, up. Okay, so we can see then okay. So this monthly candle made a low here. This month it made a low here before it's trying to go up. Okay. So it looks like we are bullish from here, and we retested a little bit of here. Yeah. But this also looks like the dollar index is in a range and we need a break from one side. Okay, price faked breaking to the downside and it pushed up. Okay, so we really need so price is telling us I want to sell, then it's telling us now I want to buy. So let's see if it's finished buying, it should sell. Okay, so let's see. From the monthly time frame, let's see what is going to happen. Weekly time frame. So we're not bearish yet. The thing is not bearish yet, so it still has room. On the daily time frame has not given break of structure yet or change of the direction yet, but it is possible it can do that. The weekly time frame has not done that yet. The monthly time frame has not done that yet. The 4 hour time frame is we came low here, double bottom, we crashed this high, and then price is currently trying to continue dropping down. So we have to wait to see if price is going to crash all this area down before we can be sure that the market wants to really has changed character and or change structure and then it wants to keep going bearish. But until then, I will go with the higher time frame. I'll go with what the monthly, weekly, and daily is saying. They are all bullish, looking bullish still. Only the 4 hour, but even the 4 hour, we have a higher high equal low, higher high, equal low, higher high. We need a lower high. So we first got this lower high and it looks like it is crashing. Okay, so we are making a support, but we need this 4 hour candle to close. Okay, it just opened like 1 hour ago. Yeah, it opened like 1 hour ago, something like that. So we need it to close. This is the 1 hour time frame. We have 1 hour candle, the second 1 hour candle. We need it's left with 3 hours. We need everything to close bearish. Okay, and then we'll be sure. So there's still room for price to still reverse back and be bullish. Um 30 minutes, 30 minutes, we have the last lower high is taken down. We have a retest, a new lower low, lower high, lower high. Yeah. So the 30 minutes is looking bearish. Okay, 4 hour is bullish, daily is bullish, weekly is bullish, monthly is bullish. 30 minutes and 1 hour are looking bearish. And of course, 15 minutes is also going to look bearish. 15 minutes is also going to look bearish. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we need some kind of, we cannot be buying when we are seeing a bearish structure forming on the lower time frames. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour are all looking bearish. Okay, they are all looking bearish. So you cannot be buying in such a market. Okay, so we want to see the structure change. We want to see the structure change from a bearish market to a bullish market. 5 minutes, 5 minutes is also looking bearish. Okay. You will need the structure to change. We need the structure to change. 1 minute, there is no structure currently. Okay, 1 minute, yeah, we have sellers here, sellers here. Then we have price making a support, push up, another support, push up. Currently making a resistance here. Resistance here. Is this resistance going to hold? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So 1 minute, there is no bullish structure. Everything shows it's bearish. 1 minute bearish, 5 minute bearish, 15-minute bearish, 30-minute bearish, 1 hour bearish, 4 hour is also looking like a bearish engulfing, but we don't have a bearish break of structure yet. So all the slower time frames are looking bearish. So we need to see how lending session will kick in and how that will react, how that reaction might play, uh, might play. Okay, how that reaction might play. You can see we crashed this supply. We retested failure swing. We crashed this supply too. So we really need maybe 61.8% retracement might be good. Because from this low here, lows here, this is 50%, 38, 61, 61, and then 78. Somewhere here, need this retracement to come down, somewhere down here. Yeah, so DXY is still looking bullish, but it's kind of struggling. The Euro USD is also looking, Euro USD is still looking, bearish. It's still looking bearish. Yeah, so let's see on the 1 minute. On the 30 minutes, it's still looking bearish. Still looking bearish. So let's see how it's gonna be. I will buy Euro USD if it's able to come up and stay above these sellers. So let me put buyers here. If it's able to come up and stay above here, I will buy. I'll go for buys above here. But as it is right now, this area of buyers have been crashed. It's reacting to the next area of buyers, which is here, down here. We see a price wicked inside of it, and there's kind of rejection. So there is no confirmation for me to buy yet, but I'll be more okay to buy if it's able to move up and go above this area. I'll be happy to buy. But even for me to buy from where prices right now, it really need to be above this zone again, where the buyers are. It needs to be above here for me to buy. Other than that, I cannot, and I'm not going to buy. I'd rather be looking for sales. But I just don't want to jump on and a sell because I see price breaking down right now. I just don't want to do that. That's so important because if it's going to really sell, it just crashed buyers out here. So it makes sense that and lending session is going to kick in very soon, okay, in few minutes. So it makes sense for the market to kind of retrace or retest these buyers here that were crashed before dropping. It makes sense for that to happen, I believe. Mhm. Okay, so I will leave everything to keep running and let's see how it's gonna be. It's gonna be okay. Let's see how things are gonna be. I think equilibrium 50% is a good area for price to also go up, push up. Yeah, but let's see. GBP USD. Wow, Euro USD is just playing very well. It's playing very nicely. It's playing really, 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 really nicely. I think I forgot this. This is GBP JPY. GBP JPY. I was looking for a retest in around here, but yeah, price is currently dropping. Let me see the 4 hour time frame. Oh, so GBP JPY. Yeah, I still expect that I should have some kind of a retest to the entry here, and then I'll see if I can sell GBP JPY. I'm just looking for price to retest this area, this high where this high was taken. Sellers were here. Sellers have been crashed. So then when sellers were crashed, price came back down, stayed above the sellers, and boom. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. When sellers resistance or support is broken, price will always try to come back and then retest that area. Not all the time, but at the end of the day, even if um, it doesn't do it immediately, it will do it later. So, but we still need another retest of this same area. So that's why I'm trying to buy, sorry, sell GBP USD. I'm just trading based on that. But also I'm seeing like a reversal pattern formed on a smaller time frame. A previous high has been taken out, and then there's liquidity sweep for me. I'm looking for price to go more bullish, but I could see that there is um, this head and a shoulder formation pattern forming. And so it looks like there's a high possibility for price to kind of drop a little bit more before going up again. Um, yeah, so you can see this head and shoulders trend line is being currently broken. 4 hour candle is trying to crash it. So is price going to stay like this or is going to push up and stay above it? That I cannot tell. But what I know is that there is a likelihood for price to drop all the way to retest this area before going up again. Um, Am I checking gold? Okay, good. This is gold on 30 minutes time frame. Yes, so gold has been bullish for some time now, but I'm still expecting gold to drop a little bit more before I buy. I want to buy gold, but I'm looking for, so gold hit premium, which is 78.6% retracement. Well, this drop did not break any proper structure. Okay? There was a previous higher all-time high. There was a pullback and price crashed the all-time high. So this drop is a pullback. We break this high and price drops to retest. So it retests and it's staying above that high. So let's watch carefully. Let me go on the um 4 hour 4 hour time frame on gold. So we were having an all-time high, which is where I've put this red line. We're having this all-time high here. Okay, and price made a pullback nicely. Then we see price go up again with bullish structures, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high. So the last lower high before we got the break of the previous all-time high was here. This area, this point gave us this high. So we need price to come back for a retest. If we are to take down this area, then we see that will mean we have a break of structure. But we didn't get to take it down. It just came to retest it. So this drop doesn't look like it's a break of structure. So that's why, though price is premium inside of this range, I'm not seeing it as a valid range for me to be measuring and be selling for a long time around this area. Okay, so that's why I'm not going to be selling gold around this place. But what I'll be expecting is 78.6%. It's just dropped into 61 right now. So this is a good retracement for a buy, for the buy to continue. But I'm hoping to see gold retrace all the way back to 50%. Okay. 61.8%. We got that retracement after hitting 78.6. I'm hoping that gold will drop more back to 50%. Then from 50%, I'll look at it going up more. So this the anticipation I'm having on gold. Yes, at the 61.8%, it can still just push up and go. But I'll be hoping to see it come down a little bit. So we can see crash of this high, a retest of it. We broke it, hit it, drop, hit it, drop, went above it, and then we are buying. So we need some, and when we went above it, we retested the same area, okay, the same area, but at least I'm looking to see if price will give another test of this area before pushing up. It might happen, it might not happen. The retest it should give is already happening. 78.6%, 61.8%. This is a good drop for price to continue going up. Okay, but if you look at the daily time frame, you can see that we can see that price one daily candle, second daily candle, third daily candle, price we can see price is leaving a gap, okay, like a fair value gap or something like that, this imbalance or this area here. So it's likely price is moving up. It's likely there should be some kind of correction. Okay, price dropping down into this area here to fill this a little bit of this gap and then continue to push up. Also, if we look at this bearish candle that brought price down, it's very big. It could be a manipulation or a retest candle, but it had an imbalance. We had the low of this candle and then the high of this candle. We price didn't have the chance to um, the chance to tap into this imbalance to drop. So we've been feeling that imbalance since. And maybe I see an opportunity in price manipulating at the top here to dip a little bit down to equilibrium to give people the chance to join or participate in the buying of gold. So this is typically like a break up and a retest formation. And if we measure the range from this previous high here to down here where the buy started, we could also see that price just broke the high and dropped back to just 78.6%. So it makes sense for price to drop, retest, or stay above 100% to keep buying. Okay. So the 100%, we need price to be above it to be buying. Okay, but we dipped down to retest 78.6%, which is fun. So let's see. I expect a new higher high for now. And maybe later I would expect gold to drop all the way down into this area. Okay, to retest this area and then go up again. Yeah, but that is not for now. That's a later anticipation that I'm having. So let's see. Let me see. Um, Let me see. Yeah, I'll still keep waiting on gold a little bit to see if it's going to give that retest or that drop into this area. But I mean, if it comes to the red line again, that's going to be very, 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 very nice. But I'll look to see if it will come back to this area that it broke, and then yeah, and then let's say price broke this highs out. Where is 78.6%? 78.6% is exactly where the red line is. So there's a potential in price dropping back into this area before going up again. There's a higher potential in that, the 100% or back into 78.6% before going up. So let's see. Let's see. USDJPY is still pushing up. Okay, so this imbalance has been crashed, which means that price might want to be going up more. Oh my God. Okay, so GBP USD is trying to bottom up. Uh, is the session open yet? Let me see. It's my indicator. Mm, okay, it's bottoming up. Let me see the 5 minutes. Okay, wow. It's just bottoming up. So the sellers are being crashed on the 5 minutes. 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, there's a candle pushing up. Okay, so the lending session is just starting. Uh, Lending session. Let me see. The DXY is also bottoming up. Bottoming up. Okay. DXY is also bottoming up. Um, okay, so Euro USD was respected this zone here, this bias here. It has respected that. So I need it to be above the initial buying zone here so that I'll be sure. So I need this 30-minute candle to close. Once that closes, I'll be sure that this is a perfect resistance sorry, support that has been formed. Okay, so if it closes, I need two 30-minute candles to close. Okay, so once that happens, then I'll be good. If not, price will just move up and retest this area and keep and still drop. Yeah, so I need that to happen. Um, 1 hour time frame. Yeah, so this 1 hour candle that dropped down is also is still rejecting up. It is rejecting up. So if this 1 hour candle closes in a very good way, bullish, then that's going to be a good news. That might change the whole story of 4 hour is still a bearish candle, and yeah, 4 hour is still a bearish candle. It might still push up. If it pushes up and rejects and points up, then that's going to be a good story. But yeah, so let's see. um it looks like everything is trying to change right now. 1 hour is rejecting. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, it's also pushing up, trying to form an engulfing bullish candle, but not yet because it hasn't closed yet. 30 minutes is also trying to form an engulfing candle. We need it to close. And 15 minutes has bottom up like a support. We need this 15-minute candle to close real big. The next 15-minute candle, we need it to also close bullish. And then we might be getting a good story. Yeah, 5 minutes, we already have a support formed on 5 minutes. This internal sellers crashed. Lending session is already open. We can see the yellow area. This is lending session, has already kicked in. We need price to come into this level where buyers were previously, and we need price to stay above this area so that the market will continue to be pushing up. Once all these requirements are satisfied, the 30-minute candle closes bullish, 1 hour candle closes bullish. Yeah, at least that is going to give a very good indication for sales to happen. So the DXY, mm, yeah, this is GBP USD, I think. Yeah. Okay. Euro USD on 5 minutes. Yeah, it's reacting to this area. So like I said, it's just reacting to this area of the buyers. Buyers have been crashed. A pullback into the buyers. We should expect the sellers to be in charge. So if the sellers fail to be in charge here, then it means that above this area, we are going to have buys. So it's simple as that. Okay, so gold is trying to stay up, uh, drop down, come up here. Yeah, gold is trying to be up. Let's see, let me put the session, put the indicator on to see the session open. Mhm. Okay, so lending session, yeah, also just open on gold. Yeah, so let's see if lending session is also going to give some good buys on gold. It's also gonna give buys on gold. Just came back to this same area, the same fair value gap. Wow. Okay. GBP US, GBP JPY. Okay, so we're getting a reaction right now. Let's see if price will come back into the entry. I've set an alarm. Oh, the whole candle is rejecting. Wow. GBP USD is rejecting. Everything is rejecting. Okay. USDJPY. USDJPY. 4 hour. Are you going to go up or you're going to reject, drop at some point? DXY. The DXY. It's 1.8% to 50 to 78. It's gonna drop, crash this area. Buyers are at this level. Below them, there should be sellers. Simple. Okay, guys, so I'm going to call it a day. If you get a chance to watch this, and you have questions, you can always leave comments. You can reach out and we so that we can talk or do analysis together, something of that sort. But like I said, if you have questions, let me know. This is me trying to look at all the pairs that I trade, look at them on this 7th of January to see what reactions I'm seeing, and then trying to look at the technicals to see um, if I can take some trades or not. But like I said, I have things that I'm looking for so that I can trade. And once I'm getting or seeing those things, I'll be interested in taking trades. Um, so like, let's see how the dollar index and Euro USD are going to behave. Let's see how they are going to behave. 30 minutes. We're getting an engulfing now. Let's see how they are going to behave. How they are going to behave. All right. Let's see how they are going to behave. I want to buy above this area, bias here. I want to buy above there. I want to also buy above this zone. So let me put my buy sign there. I'm not entering buy right now because I want to see the 30 minutes candle close. So I'll put my stop loss a little bit below here. a little bit below here, just a little bit. Because if price is to crash this area again, I think it's never going to be able to buy anytime soon. And I'm going to put my TP. So this trade is going to be, I'm going to be expecting a very long trade. Like one is to how much? One is to plenty. Yeah, but all will not happen just in one day, but I'm going to be expecting a very long trade. But yeah, so I want to see this 30-minute candle closing, and I want to see the next 30-minute candle also closing. Okay, so the initial buyers that were here, I want to see price stay above this zone because price just crashed these buyers. So it's supposed to retest this area and then sell, continue to sell. So I want to see that psychological reasoning fail. I want to see the market failing to do that. Once we retest here and it does not sell, then it means that the buyers want to be in charge again. And if they are in charge, they will be able to push the price up to this internal resistance level. And I need price to close above this internal resistance level for me to continue buying. It's as simple like that. Because if price doesn't close above these internal sellers, these sellers that are here, there's no way buyers will be in charge. So above here, I expect buyers to be in charge. And once I get that, the sky is the limit. I'll keep looking for this market to go up more than this, but at least I'll be targeting just this area for this trade. But yeah, so but if price does not give that reaction here and it drops down and closes below this area where the stop loss is again, then what I'm going to do is to look for sells. Okay, and when I sell, I'm going to sell to this yellow and purple color area here for my short TP. I'm going to look look at the market pushing down to this area. So it's simple. And if I'm going to frame the setup on the DXY rather, I said I'll be selling the DXY below this area. Sellers are here. Let me put that again. Sellers are here. Sellers were initially here. Sellers were here. And it seems like we crashed those sellers. Okay, but so what we're supposed to use these sellers that we've crashed as support to buy. But price is now coming back. Let me see the 1 minute. Yes, so this is the area of the sellers. Okay, so we go above them, price uses it fair enough, it bought, then it comes back to that same place again. It bought just a little bit, and now we are crashing that same area. Okay, so if it continue making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high from the 1 minute, I don't think price is going to be buying. So which means below this specific area here, sellers should be able to drive the market down. But this is going to be very, very, very important. This sell is going to be very, very important if, initially buyers are here very active, pushing price up, up, up. So what if price is able to drop down and close below this area and crashes these buyers? If this happens, then it means that buyers are in control from below this area. So what I'll look for is a retest of those buyers, look at this area for resistance, and then price drop down. So It's the same as the Euro USD trade anticipation that I'm having. I want to see price push up, stay above this area and buy up to here, crash this area, retest this same area, and then continue going up. Without this happening, there's no way I'm going to stay in the trade. But first, for me to get, so two ways to get an entry for this trade. One is to wait for price to be able to move up close above this internal buyers, sellers, retest it, then you take in an entry. This is the proper way. Second is to look for price to give a bullish support, like 30 minutes support, like what is currently being created, and look for at least two bullish 30 minutes candles to close, and price staying above this internal buy zone. The buyers that were crashed, price staying above it. Once price is staying above this area, I can take an early entry here. And maybe if it gets to the top here and does not go above, I can just close the trade or maybe take some small profit. Okay. So two things. Either I take an early entry when I see the confirmation down here, or wait for price to give that perfect, strong, elite, patient confirmation, and then do a retest before I enter for my buys. So these are the two ways that I'm going to approach buying. Yeah, but like I said, it will still depend on the DXY, and I'll keep monitoring them. I've set alert, so I'll be alerted if price is to, yeah, so let me set the alert. I'll set one alert here. I want to be buying price as long as it stays below this level. I want to be selling on DXY. I will not sell DXY, but I would rather be trading the Euro USD. And I want to also be selling as long as it stays below this zone. So let me put that alert on Euro USD rather. I want to be selling as long as price is above this zone. I want to be, sorry, buying. I want to be buying as long as price is above this zone. Yeah. So let's see how it will be. And for USDJPY, yeah, so I can see that price is rejecting. Yeah, so the DXY is already, yeah, it's getting me the alert. Good. I'm getting the alert on the DXY. Yeah, so I want to be selling below this area and also selling below this zone. These are the zones that I will be selling from. But a more better confirmation will be below this area when price is below here. Okay. So I'm going to keep waiting on what lending session is going to bring. The session is still young. And for GBP USD, I think is creating a support right now. So it's the same thing. I also want to be selling GBP USD above this resistance here and also above this support. Okay. I also want to be buying above this support here. That is if it fails to serve as a resistance. So let me put a let me put a an let me put an alert also there for buys on GBP USD. Put an alert there for buys. And let's see how it's gonna go. Okay. So I need this area to fail to fail to be used as resistance. Once it fails, I'll be good. It must fail. Okay. And if I'm taking a buy of above this bias, this zone, if I'm taking a buy here, my stop loss is going to be below the low, but a little bit just below it to give it room to operate. Because markets might it might want to make a double bottom. If indeed it's going to play out, it might want to make a double bottom, and sometimes it will wake through and all that. But if I'm taking this trade, the sky is the limit. Okay, I'm taking Euro US GBP USD to the moon, to the top here, to the top, taking GBP USD to the top. Yeah, so let's see how it's gonna play out. Let's see if it's gonna play out. Okay. Euro USD, I want to be buying. GBP USD, I want to be buying. I want to be seeing the dollar index dropping. I want to expect gold to drop down into this zone here, and then I'll be looking for buys on gold too. So I'll be looking for buys on gold at this point. My stop loss will be a little bit below this area, just a little bit. Maybe the entry is here, but let me push it a little bit down. Stop loss a little bit below here. I'm not sure gold will come down like that. I'm not sure gold will come here, but I will just set the trade because that's where I would want to feel more okay to buy gold from. And then I'll target a new higher high. Um, Anything above the higher high is okay for me. Okay for me. So, but I just want to see at least a 50% retracement after hitting 78.6, which will just be around this zone. Yeah. So let's see if it will come. Let's see if London session will bring price down and New York session will just push everything up. Let's see. Okay, that's it for now. And let me, I already set the alert for GBP USD sell. So yeah, God bless you. And then I'll talk to you again.